I have a special guest joining me today on Primetime Local News. Linda Monahan is here. Linda is an author and she is in the Prince Albert area. And we're going to chat today about her recent book. So, Linda, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Well, you have released a book of poetry and it's called The Door at the End of Everything. So, tell me a little bit about this book. If somebody picks it up and starts to read it, what are they going to find inside?
Well, the door at the end of everything deals largely with mental health, I believe. The impetus for it was that I was writer in residence on the wards at the Victoria Hospital in Prince Albert, and so I worked a lot on the mental health wards, on the adult and youth mental health wards, as well as other various parts of the hospital. But I worked largely with the patients on the mental health wards, helping them write their stories and tell their stories. And I was so moved by their stories and so felt the need to give voice to people who often are voiceless. The same with, I also facilitate a Writing for Your Life group with the Canadian Mental Health Association. I've been doing that for over 12 years now. And so both of those experiences sort of informed the poems that are in the door at the every in the door at the end of everything. And also I don't write as an observer, but as a participant. Many of the poems are based from experience in my own life as well. So that's a little bit about what the poems are like.
And why did you decide to go with poetry, Linda, as opposed to writing a book of stories, say?
Well, this is my fifth book of poetry. As well, I published a small chapbook of poems. Poetry to me is the way that I best express myself, I feel. I like the economy of language and, trying to make this small, perfect thing. Um, that Poetry should hit you in the heart, I think, and that's why it's important to me, especially writing about the things that I do write about.
Have you had a chance to speak with some of the people that you have written about in this book and had a chance to see what their reaction is? I know obviously you don't name names and that kind of thing, but have they had a chance to see it and what has their response been?
I certainly have, yes. And the response is excitement, I think, and they feel that they've been heard largely. With the Writing for Your Life group, I'm going to segue here a little bit, but we're also we have coming out this fall a collection of writing by the members of the Writing for Your Life group called My Heart is a Fancy Place. So we're looking forward to that too. So it's very important to me to help give voice to those who sometimes are sidelined.
And why are you so passionate about that cause, Linda?
From my own experience, from my own life, and it's always just been really important to me. Um, I think we all have a purpose in life, and I feel like my purpose is to, since I do write poetry, it's my purpose to help give voice to others especially when I so am able to have my own voice and my own stories heard. It's important to me.
Now, Linda, you spoke about the other book that you are getting together. Is there anything else on the go as well? Is this something that you always have, two or three different projects happening at once?
I sure do. I'm always busy with something, teaching creative writing classes or workshops, or I published a number. I've also helped edit a number of poetry collections too. So it's my life. Being a poet is my life.
And Linda, where can people find this book if they're looking to purchase it at this point?
It would be available from any of the well-known bookstores and also through Shadowpaw Press, through the Shadowpaw Press website. And certainly people could get hold of me as well if they are interested.
All right, Linda. Well, it's been a pleasure speaking with you today. Thank you so much for the chat. And once again, please just give the name of your book and just tell me a little bit about the number of poems in there.
Okay, there's about, close to 100 poems, and this is the book. It's called The Door at the End of Everything, and the cover is done by Marilyn Nelson, and it's really a wonderful cover. I'm so honored to have her work on the cover of my book. So, The Door at the End of Everything.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the chat today, Linda, and we look forward to speaking with you again as more and more of your future projects come out.
Thank you so much.